Hello everyone, Calamity here with yet another tier list because we're out of content ideas. And today we're gonna do a waifu tier list, and I can't wait to see how the comments are gonna be wholesome. I'm just gonna explain the tiers and how it's gonna work, and then we'll just start placing some waifus. So don't look at me before you start writing that twit longer, trying to cancel me, but I did not put the child characters in this list. Every tier list or waifu tier list I have tried to Google on this website, for some reason, has Chi-Chi, Sayu, Klee, Diona. This one even has Paimon for some reason. I don't know why they're on here, okay? I'm not trying to go to jail. For some reason, the god we fought at the beginning, right at the beginning of this game is here. I don't know why. Nice that she's included, but I'm gonna leave her in NA just because we just don't know anything about her. Like, we literally just saw her in one fight. I don't know why she's here, but yeah. I already put La Senora in no, mainly because she got wrecked. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, this tier list is gonna contain some story spoilers for both the main story stuff and whatever I remember from these characters, like side quests. And that's kind of what I'm like basing this waifu tier list on, is like not just their looks, but like how I enjoyed their personalities and interacting with them in the game. So yeah, there might be some story spoilers. Also, I play this game with the Japanese voice acting, so when I say like I like a character's voice, it means in the Japanese voice acting. Hopefully that was good enough explanation. The rest of the tiers, if I put a waifu in the date tier, that means I just don't know enough about her yet, but I wouldn't mind mind dating them or be interested in a date or two to get to know them more. And then obviously if they're in the top, they're absolutely just waifu material. Absolute just marry right off the bat material, in my opinion. Also, before anyone starts writing essays and gets butthurt at me again, please note that this is a tier list and it is just an opinion, not a fact. Let's start with what they have here. They have Catherine. So I don't know how up to date with the story you guys are, but spoiler again, warning just in case you weren't paying attention to the beginning. We learned that Catherine is a robot. That's why there's one in every region. I don't know much about Catherine, or like if I'd want to date a robot. I'm gonna say no. I wouldn't want to date Catherine. It would be a robot, dude. Like, how do you know it's genuine? What if she's just programmed to like you? All right, next up we have Amber. Amber, I wouldn't mind taking on a date or two because I feel like she's a really nice person. Hu Tao, waifu material instantly. I love her personality, especially her Japanese voice. I like it a lot. I genuinely enjoyed her story quest, especially towards the end when she's having that whole like talk about death and how she isn't afraid of it. Xianling, don't cancel me because I'm not sure of her age, okay? But she's a big foodie and I like that. Although she does try to make some weird stuff. I'd probably, I don't know, maybe a date or two, because I feel like if you were to date her, she would definitely take you. She would either make the food herself, which is awesome, or she would take you to a place where they have some really good food, because she would know, like, good restaurants, I would assume. Jin Yan is waifu material. I really like the whole rocker aesthetic that she does. And if you guys played in the Golden Apple Archipelago this year, when she let her hair down in that one scene, oh my goodness. Can we get a skin with alternate hair Jin Yan as well? I like don't get me wrong, I like her hair as it is right now, but I'm just saying, wow. Yoimiya is my favorite character playstyle wise. Like, if I were to quote unquote main a character in Genshin, it would be Yoimiya because I find her very fun. However, I found her story quest to be kind of meh. Like, she's good with kids, she's a very nice person, very happy, and she really likes fireworks. I don't know, it just seemed pretty normal, I suppose. Definitely wouldn't mind going on a date with her though. Barbara, heck no. Do you want to date a girl that's also part of the church? And not only is she part of the church, but she's also an idol in her town. I don't know how familiar you are with idol culture, but idols aren't supposed to have, or aren't even supposed to be in relationships. So if you were to date her, she'd probably keep you a secret, or you guys wouldn't be able to like hang out in public because so many people would recognize her. Or at least in Mondstadt, I should say. If you go to like a different region or a different city or something, she might not be noticed as much. But no, I wouldn't want to date a girl that's both in the church and an idol. That sounds like a lot of work. Mona. I actually like Mona a lot, especially that now that we got to see her even more in the recent summer event. So she's very close to just being either waifu material or date. I actually like her honesty. You know what? I'll put her up here. Waifu material for sure. Kokomi. I like her personality. Not the whole like thing that Hoyoverse was trying to sell you with the grand strategist kind of thing, but the whole like geeky personality she had with the point system when you read her diary. I like her when she was not, you know, trying to be all professional because she is like the, you know, the priestess of Watatsumi Island and stuff. And that's fine and all, but I actually liked her personality when we were just talking in her cave. That was actually like really chill. That part I liked, and that part I think is the waifu material. And I feel like she doesn't deserve as much hate as she got initially. Jean... Jean maybe date? Jean's a workaholic, okay? So I feel like she would be busy with her job a lot of the time. I don't know if she has a good work-life balance, because I remember like every time Jean is brought up and you know, even if she's not there, they'll say something like, oh, she's busy with work. Jean's busy doing this. Jean's busy doing that. Like, I feel like, you know, like, have a nicer work-life balance. Sucrose. I'd just date her, I think. I don't know, like, I feel like we haven't hung out with her enough for me to really know much about her, other than she's, like, a very intelligent girl with all the alchemy stuff. We did see her a bit in the Dragonspine stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I'd have to know her a little bit more before I make a decision on that. Beto, captain of a pirate ship. I forgot the name of the ship. I'm sorry. I think she'd be a cool person to date, honestly. Just because she could tell you so many stories. You know, just being a pirate must be interesting to talk about. But I really think she is definitely waifu material. Beto for sure. Fish! Fish is the first character that I really liked in Genshin, playstyle-wise. However, would I date Fischl? Probably not. To be honest, if she's gonna do the role-playing thing the entire time, no thank you. And is Oz gonna be on the date? Because that would make me feel uncomfortable, dude. Imagine you're just eating there and you just have this bird just flapping right next to Fischl. And you have to have him sometimes because he translates stuff when she's going a little too hardcore on the role-playing. So I think, no, unfortunately, I wouldn't want to date Fischl. Next up, we have Kaching. Not really into tsundere type girl, type waifu girls. I don't know, maybe a date, I suppose, but it's either in between date or not. It's just not really my type. Kujo Sara. Maybe. Maybe a date with Kujo because we've only seen her when she's like professional and doing her like, you know, I forgot what her title is, but doing her job basically, and she's like super strict. However, we did see a softer side to her during one of the events where she wanted the little Raiden Shogun. What was it? She had like a toy or like a little plushie and she wanted one of that. So there's a soft side to Kujo Sara. So I would be interested in dating her just to see what she's like when she's not, you know, working. But yeah, next up we have Lisa. I wouldn't mind going on a date with Lisa. She's also not really my type, but also we haven't really, like, we have seen her more than other characters, but I don't know. I feel like we should be able to hang out with her more. Or I would want to hang out with her more before I decide, at least in my opinion. Raiden Shogun, this might be a controversial placement, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments for this one, but I'm gonna put her in no, because I feel like if you were to date her, or even like, let's say you're married or either married or dating her, and you got into a fight, this girl would leave you and go to her little plane of euthymia or whatever it's called and ponder if she is in the right or wrong about your argument for 500 years and you would be dead. By the time she comes out and like says, hey, I thought long and hard about our argument and I think you were right. But by the time she figures that out, you're going to be long gone. So I don't know if I want to date someone That's very undecisive, and I'm introverted, but she's like super introverted, and will just like she even forgets, like she doesn't even have her own body. Remember that, like she forgot to take care of her own physical body, that she has to have a puppet body to go to the real world, so to speak. I don't think she would be a good waifu or a character to date, in my opinion. That is just my opinion, okay? I'm sorry if that offends you. Next up, we have Yaimiko, who goes in waifu material instantly. Next up, we have Ganyu. This might be another controversial pick or placement, but I'm gonna put her in no. Think about it, okay? Ganyu is a character that overworks so much. I don't know how long her shifts are, but she's always sleepy. Do you wanna date somebody that's always working all the time, and then when you do finally see her, she's gonna be too tired to do anything? You can't go on a date. She's gonna be sleeping. Some people might be okay with that. Now, I'm not like the most clingy person ever, and I want to spend every waking moment with a significant other, but you know, I'd like a good work-life balance kind of stuff. Like if she wants to work and do stuff, that is fine, but she needs to learn to also take breaks and make time for other stuff, because that's her whole thing is just working all the time, and I don't think that would be for a good relationship. Next up, we have Shenhe, or sorry, not Shenhe. We have Eula. Honestly, I'd be interested in dating Eula. I feel like she's a nice person. She definitely doesn't deserve the hate that she gets in Mondstadt, and I think that finally died down mostly. I think definitely date or either waifu material. It's like really close to in between. Ayaka's going straight here. The voice actress has a lot to do with that. I really like Ayaka's voice, and I think she'd be a fun person to hang out with. Pretty much it. Next up is Alloy. Now, I've never played Horizon Zero Dawn, either the first or the second game, so I don't really know much about this character, unfortunately. And again, she was barely in Genshin itself, so I'm gonna put her in NA just because I can't really judge anything about her yet. But either that or just date, I suppose, as well. If anything, she would probably hunt the food that we're eating on a date, which is kind of cool. Next up, we have Shenhe. She's kind of scary, right? Because the only reason she's like chill or like calm is because of I forgot what it's called, but because of shoot, what's that bird's name called? I can't remember. That bird suppresses her emotions because she has like this a lot of rage. She's just angry, and my biggest fear is like, what if that suppression just like stopped working suddenly, and then she goes insane and tries to kill me? You know what I mean? No or date. It's really close. I would say date. Rosaria is definitely date. I like her personality. Although the drinking, I don't know if it's implied that she's like a heavy drinker or that she drinks often. I think she's just seen at the tavern a lot, but I think it would be worth going on a date or two with Rosaria. Noelle, please don't cancel me because I don't know her age, but assuming she's legal, she's definitely waifu material. She does it all. She cooks, she cleans, she can fight, she's nice. She just wants to be helpful to people, and she just wants to be a knight of Favonius. It's like no downsides to her. Like, she's just a very nice, wholesome person. Next up, we have Ningguang. Dude, she has a floating castle in the sky. That's kind of badass. We did get to hang out with her a bit and learn more about her personality and just how she is when she's just roaming around the U. Maybe waifu. She's really close, honestly. Nah, I'll put her in waifu tier. I think she's really cool. Yunjin. I think Yunjin is date. Cute personality. I remember hanging out with her a bit. From what I remember, she just wanted to just vibe with the Traveler, I mean, and I can appreciate that. Yanfei, probably just date, honestly. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's just date. Like, I would like to know more about Yanfei before committing to waifu material here. Next up, we have Yelan. It's like she's in between date and no for me, because I feel like she would also be gone a lot for work-related reasons. I don't know, I just feel like she would be really busy with work. Like, when you were trapped underground in the chasm, she was calm. And she was just calm, cool, and collected, as Markiplier would say. That's really respectable in a person, to not panic like that in a situation that they were in. So damn, that's almost waifu material, honestly, to me. But yeah, I think date is fine. Next up, we have Kuki Shinobu. I don't even have this character, but I enjoyed hanging out with her, and I think she's a nice character. Like, she has a nice personality. They're very close though. It's either waifu or date. Just as long as if you're dating her, you don't have to deal with the Arataki Ito gang. You know what I mean? Because I know she's part of that, but like, as long as she can separate her quote-unquote work from the relationship, I think that's fine. I'll leave her in waifu tier. And then we have, last but not least, we have Traveler. Traveler doesn't talk, but that's mostly... I don't know why Traveler doesn't talk. I wish they did in the story. It would add so much to their personality. Like, yeah, you can choose what they say, but like, maybe a date or two just to see. And hopefully that date does not include Paimon, because that would be weird. Just imagine a floating Paimon talking for Traveler. If you're on a date, that would put her in no for me if that were the case. But Lumine can talk. She does have voice lines in the game. That's gonna do it for this tier list. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I honestly didn't know how to format it because I saw S, like the regular S, A, B, C, D tier stuff, but I don't know. I felt like that's like a weird way to format it to me, because if a girl is a bad waifu to you, then you wouldn't have them as one. So to me, it's either they are a waifu or you're not sure, so you would date them first, or just straight up no, instead of having like, yeah, she'd still be my waifu, but she'd be a D tier waifu. Then it sounds like you won't be in a happy relationship. It sounds awful. It sounds like you shouldn't have that relationship. That's why I kind of formatted it like this. I don't know. But if you stuck around, thanks for watching. There will be a Husbando tier list video as well. I just wanted to keep them separate. Otherwise, the video would be like 50,000 years long, and I'm not trying to do that. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in 3.2.